Hey guys, what's going on? So as you know, the new Spider-Man Homecoming trailer came out, so I thought I would break it down and give you my thoughts. Now obviously I did do a trailer reaction, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out. But I also wanted to do a proper review because I found out that I actually had a lot to say. So the trailer opens with Spider-Man taking down bank robbers, and I absolutely love this. You know, I think Spider-Man is kind of like a mix between a street-level hero, like the Netflix series with Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and the Avengers. I definitely think he's in the middle. He does have big-level threats like the Avengers, like Dr. Octopus, Green Goblin, Venom, Carnage, Vulture, Electro, but he also just deals with regular street crime. And for me, as a Spider-Man fan, I think Spider-Man dealing with the street crime, the street-level stuff, is some of the funnest stuff in the comic books. I definitely think when he does deal with bank robbers and just regular like thugs and stuff, those turn out to be like some of the funnest scenes. So honestly, I could actually watch a full movie without a huge big level villain. I would just like to see him like take down regular people on the streets because those scenes are really fun. And the fact that they're wearing Avengers masks to rob the bank, that's very Point Break or The Town. So they're definitely taking inspirations from that. But them just wearing the Avengers mask is excellent because I think it's tying Spider-Man into the MCU in a very intelligent and organic way. And in the opening, he gives that little joke of, oh, Hulk gave it away. That is the humor I have always wanted to see with Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire didn't really do anything. Andrew Garfield provided some of that humor, but not to the level of Tom Holland, especially after what I saw in Civil War and this. Just his humor seems to be spot on from the comics, and I love it. We do see some of Peter's and Tony's interactions, and I do love their chemistry together. I said that in my trailer reaction. But after watching it about 500 times, I hope this movie doesn't become a Spider-Man / Iron Man movie. I just hope they don't do that. This is Spider-Man's first movie in the MCU, and I think it should be a Spider-Man standalone. It's cool if Iron Man's in there. Like it could be like Falcon and Ant-Man. That was really cool. But he is very heavily featured in this trailer. That could just be marketing. That could just be Marvel and Sony's way of saying, yes, we have paired up, you know, a marriage between Sony and Marvel. Come see the movie. I'm hoping that's what it is. But for the scenes that we saw of them, it was excellent. And honestly, it really does make sense for Peter to gravitate towards Tony because he just lost Uncle Ben. And he does that in the comics. He looks up to Tony. They both relate. They both love science. And he just respects Tony on that level. And like I said, he's just looking for a father figure. Jon Watts did say that this is going to be a high school film, much like how Ant-Man was a heist film or Captain America Winter Soldier was a 70s spy political thriller. This is a high school film. Definitely taking inspirations from John Hughes, and I totally get that. I think that was executed beautifully. And I love that we're getting a high school film because for me personally, my favorite Spider-Man comics is when he is in high school. I think those are his best stories. And the fact that he is 15 proves that he doesn't need a huge female love interest like in The Amazing Spider-Man with Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy or in the Tobey Maguire films with Kirsten Dunst's Mary Jane. We don't need that. He's 15. He's having enough trouble balancing his life between high school and being a superhero. He doesn't have time for a relationship. So I like that he just has like this kind of schoolgirl crush on Liz Allen. I also mentioned in my trailer reaction that I was getting a little Spectacular Spider-Man, and Liz Allen was a pretty huge part in the Spectacular Spider-Man animated series. I am worried that they're gonna do like this bait and switch thing where Zendaya turns out to be the love interest. Maybe she's revealed to be Mary Jane. I don't want that. I really don't want Zendaya to be Mary Jane, and it's not because of her race. It's not a race thing, it's just I don't like how she's being portrayed if she's gonna be that Mary Jane character. Because personality-wise in the movie, she doesn't seem anything like Mary Jane. So I don't want that to be Mary Jane. Zendaya has already described her character as being very intelligent. She likes to read books and, you know, maybe they're going with the ultimate Mary Jane. I don't like the ultimate Mary Jane. I want Mary Jane to be that model type character that she is in the 616 universe. So I do think it's perfect that Liz Allen is in the first movie, have him have a little crush. You could throw in Betty Brant, and then eventually, you could do it in the second movie or the third movie, introduce Gwen Stacy, because I would definitely do Gwen Stacy. You have to do the death of Gwen Stacy. I know they just did it, but that's such a pivotal part in the Spider-Man comics. How can you not do it? And then eventually bring in Mary Jane and Harry, and you could throw in that love triangle element that I love in the comic books. Because if you guys didn't know, Peter doesn't actually meet Gwen, Mary Jane, and Harry until college. Right now, he's just a 15-year-old in high school, and I love that. So because of that, they gave him a new friend, Ned Leeds, and he's awfully similar to Ganke from the Miles Morales comics. And that kind of bugs me, not because those stories are bad, just because Spider-Man has such a great supporting cast and a great story. Why would you take Miles Morales'? I don't know, it could be good. Ned Leeds at one point became the Hobgoblin, so they could do something with that down the future that could make it very personal. And like I said in my trailer reaction, I don't like how he knows that Peter is Spider-Man. I don't like that. I get what they're doing. They need Peter to talk to someone about him being Spider-Man, kind of like how he had Gwen Stacy in The Amazing Spider-Man. Okay, and that makes sense if he's not going to have a huge love interest. And Vulture's looking sweet in this movie. I love the way he's coming out. He looks like the comic book version just brought into the real world. I'm cool that it's a mechanized mechanical suit. I'm fine with that. I totally get the use of the helmet. I just hope it comes off at certain points like Tony Stark's mask. But they even gave him the fur around the neck. Come on. It looks like a flight jacket, which again, that's just bringing something that's campy in the comics and bringing it into the real world. Or, I mean, not that Spider-Man swinging around is the real world, but you get what I'm saying. And if you saw my Comic-Con video, you would know that I didn't want Michael Keaton to be Vulture. I think he's a great actor, I really do respect him. But I didn't want him to be Vulture because I think Vulture might be a throwaway villain. I would have much rather him to be Norman Osborn, because Norman Osborn is a villain that's going to stick around, and he's a huge Spider-Man villain. And like I said in my Doctor Strange review, the best Marvel villains are the ones that stick around, like Loki, or soon to be Baron Mordo, or Kingpin, or Kilgrave. Those are the villains that turn out to be good because they're reoccurring. So I simply thought that Vulture's going to show up played by a great actor and he's going to be killed. And originally there was rumors that they couldn't afford Michael Keaton because they were also paying for Robert Downey Jr., but then they worked out a deal. Maybe it's because it's a one and done deal, he's just going to die. But then I was thinking, no. Sony originally wanted to do a Sinister Six movie. I don't think they dropped their plans. I would still go for a Sinister Six movie. And thinking about that, who says Michael Keaton's Vulture's gonna die? Because for Sinister Six, you do need Vulture, you do need Dr. Octopus, you do need Electro, and Sandman, and Rhino, and Kraven. And if you are gonna be building up to the Sinister Six, you definitely need some really big, great actors to give credibility to the team. So I think it's a great idea. I would probably cast Matthew McConaughey as Norman Osborn. Alright. So thinking of it like that, they have a chance to have awesome villains in the MCU finally, because Spider-Man in the comics, in my opinion, has the best rogues gallery of any comic book character ever. He has the funnest, he has the brightest, and overall just the best. So I think it should be that way in the movies, right? They also released an international trailer which showed a little bit more footage. We got to see some Shocker. So that was still cool, but I still prefer the domestic trailer. But that just brings up one worry I have, which is their marketing. Because Marvel normally knows how to market their movies really well. About 6 months before the movie's released, we get a little teaser trailer, and then they wait a couple months, and then we get an official trailer, and then a trailer 2, and then the final trailer right before the movie's released. This movie is still 7 months away, and I feel like this trailer showed so much, it feels like a second trailer. I was not expecting to see anything of Vulture, like they could have kept that a surprise. I didn't need to know that Ned Leeds finds out that Peter is Spider-Man. That could have been a surprise. They didn't need to show Iron Man at the end, even though for a lot of people that was the money shot. How great of a surprise would that have been? Because we knew Tony Stark was in the movie. We did not know the Iron Man armor was in the movie. And you know, Sony has a record of doing this. For The Amazing Spider-Man 2, they just kept pumping out trailer and trailer and trailer. And eventually everyone got super hyped way before the movie was released. And then everyone's excitement just died down. I really hope they don't do that. I really hope they play their cards right. I should say they should follow Star Wars The Force Awakens marketing, because I think that is the best marketing I've ever seen. Because at the end of the day, they showed so much footage that looked awesome, but I still didn't know what the plot was about. That's what Spider-Man Homecoming should do. So besides that little concern, I also have a little concern that Robert Downey Jr. is going to try to take over this movie and it's going to be like Civil War. Even though Civil War was a good movie, I want a Spider-Man movie. But again, I just think that might be the trailer to get people to know that this is the MCU Spider-Man. So we'll have to see about that. Also, do you know what's funny? The bank robbers wearing the Avengers mask, the guy wearing Thor has a helmet, but the people of Earth in the MCU have never seen Thor wear a helmet. That is clearly Thor from the comics. And in the movies, the Thor comics doesn't exist. So what's going on there? Who got the idea of Thor wearing a helmet in the MCU? But overall, guys, I am in love with this trailer. I am so excited for this movie. You have no idea. I literally stayed up till 5 in the morning watching the trailer. I'm not even kidding. I cannot wait to see this movie. I can't stress that enough. I love Spider-Man. And I honestly think Tom Holland is doing something incredibly special. He seems like the perfect blend of like the Peter Parker we know in the comics. He seems like everything we loved about Tobey Maguire and everything we loved about Andrew Garfield is just mixed in. He definitely seems like the perfect blend between Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and I love it. Tom Holland is nailing it. So I cannot wait. Let me know what you thought of the trailer in the comment section below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and share. And as always, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. What's going on?